Good afternoon. Praise the Lord. I'm glad that you are here with me right now. I just want to touch a little bit on, how we have to be mindful of what we watch. We have to be mindful of what we listen to, of what we expose ourselves to. Things on social media, things, the music that we listen to, the TV shows that we watch. We have to be mindful, that some things, when we see them, we're opening up portals in our homes. We're opening up demonic portals, in our lives. I remember my wife and I, when me and her first started dating, even well into after we got married, every time we would watch TV together and like a horror movie commercial would come on, like she would just start tripping. And I'm like, why are you tripping? It's just a commercial. Not only that, it's just a 30-second commercial. By the time I get up, go grab the remote to change the channel, the commercial is already done with. But she knew at the time that even through a 30-second commercial about a horror movie, can still open up portals in our homes and open up portals in our lives. And I remember growing up, I used to watch shows like Charmed, Supernatural, thinking that they were just really good shows, and some of my favorite shows, not realizing at the time that, even though that the show might seem harmless, they're casting spells in these shows. They're opening up demonic portals, in our homes. Also, I used to listen to rap coming up, and one of the rap groups, that I used to listen to was 3 6 Mafia. 3 6 Mafia. Some of these entertainers and some of these artists are telling you what they're about, but if we're not aware, at the time, then we're allowing ourselves access, to these demonic portals. So we just have to keep in mind, as well as our children, we have to keep in mind, what our children are watching, because some of these Disney shows, some of these Disney movies are the same way. We used to let our daughters watch Princess Sophia and Elena of Avalor. Yeah, they're princesses, but at the same time, they're casting spells, and even with Harry Potter, some of the Harry Potter books and, the Harry Potter movie, as well as a few other books that's out there, they have spells in the books. And people are thinking, I'm just reading a really good book. But little do they know and understand that when you're reading these spells, you're saying actual spells that's opening up demonic portals in your homes, and we have to make ourselves aware. We can't just be walking around naive, thinking that these are just harmless, that nothing is really going on. There's really spiritual warfare going on, whether you choose to acknowledge it or not. It doesn't change the fact that it's really happening, and that we are caught up. The devil wants our mind. He wants control of our mind. And the way he's doing that is by coming across or trying to come across subtle, but trying to sneak into our lives through movies, through music. A lot of these artists, if you pay close attention, they tell you exactly what they're about. They're not even hiding it no more. They're telling you exactly, who they worship. They're telling you exactly who they are, and what they're about and who they represent. And it's up to us to make sure that we guard ourselves against these things. So again, just be mindful of what you're listening to. Be mindful of the environment that's around you, the environment that you're keeping. Even with Ouija boards, people got caught up, and opened up demonic portals into their lives, through Ouija boards, thinking that Ouija boards are harmless. They're not harmless. They're not harmless at all. That's exactly what the enemy wants you to think. So when doing these things, when being around certain people or around certain environments, keep in mind who's around you and what portals you are possibly opening up to in the demonic realm, in the spiritual realm. All right, be mindful of the environment that you keep. Be mindful of the company that you keep as well. Be blessed.